I'm opening up my mailbag now. It's time to hear from you at home. And joining me to answer your questions is the punter's pal, Caleb Bond. Welcome, Caleb. We haven't got long, but have you backed a winner this week? That's my first question. And why didn't you tell me about it?
I know. I wish I could have been here to tell everyone that I got on Gold Trip in the Melbourne Cup. So I had a very good time. I was on Smoke and Romans and Gold Trip, and I watched Smoke and Romans all the way up the straight until he started going backwards. I was cheering him home. And then Gold Trip came through. So I had a very nice day at the Melbourne Cup, I have to say.
Oh, drinks on Caleb next time I see him. Carla asked a horse racing question. Were sick children asked about Golden Eagle's donation before Starship Children's Hospital rejected it? What's the background of this question, Caleb? And tell us what you think of it.
This is ridiculous. So Mark Chittick, who's a well-known horse owner, his horse I Wish I Win, won the Golden Eagle in Sydney over the weekend. And part of the deal with the Golden Eagle is that 10% of the prize money has to go to charity. And Chittick, being from New Zealand, wanted to donate that money to a children's hospital in his home country. And he called them up and said, here's the money, which was about $500,000. And they said, no, thank you, we don't want any money from a sport connected to gambling. What an absolutely bizarre thing to say, because there is basically no sport on earth now that is not in some way linked to gambling. In fact, there's nothing that's not linked to gambling. I mean, you can go on any of the bookies and have a bet on the Victorian election if you want. You can probably have a bet on how much longer we'll last on this channel, Corey. You can bet on literally anything. So why would you dud children who need care out of money when someone has come along and said, here's 500K? It is just the absolute definition of cutting off your woke nose to spite your woke face.
Yeah, they'll take government money even though government gets royalties from gambling. All right, Grant asks this. Why can everybody else use our coal and gas but not us? I mean, how many times do we have to go through this? It's crazy, Caleb.
Well, simply because, Corey, emissions that happen overseas are not emissions that happen in Australia, and therefore they're of no consequence. That is the basic answer. I mean, you know, we obsess about what we do here and we can't emit too much, but we are more than happy, of course, to get the royalties that we receive when we dig it up out of the ground and send it overseas. Doesn't matter whether you burn it here or whether you burn it overseas, the emissions are exactly the same. All we are doing is making sure that we pay more for power so we can feel good about what we're doing at home while actually making zero difference to the planet. It's lunacy.
It certainly is lunacy. And in 20 seconds or less, we've got a question here, Caleb, from Angus. Woke nonsense ruling our schools. Why are we surprised that the NAPLAN results are falling? I'm really tight for time, so hit it.
Look, I'm not surprised, Corey, is the short answer. We just do not do anything about the education system. All we ever do is throw more money at it. I mean, we always get the teachers' union saying, we're so underfunded, we need more money. And we throw more money at it and nothing changes. We need a root and branch rebuild of the education system from the ground up. Nothing else will fix it.
We do indeed.